Hey there. Welcome to the Flat Out Truth. I'm Paulino B Michael. So we have a great show on today, great topic, and we'll see where it leads like always, right? So let's get the IT guru, my clicker of all button, my helpmate, my beautiful wife, Chelsey B Michael.
Hi, guys.
The right way. See that?
Thanks for having me. You did. Welcome to the Flat Out Truth, where we talk truth in all things.
Correct.
And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share it out. Tap, tap, tap if you're on TikTok, and grab that heart me. And last but not least, go to jjsgarden.com.
That's right.
I know, you thought I forgot. I didn't. Our sponsor, JJ, he's got free shipping all week, so check out his product.
That's right.
Go to JJ's
Free
Garden.
shipping all week.
Go to jjsgarden.com, use the promo code TFLT, 10% off.
Yeah, so you're going to get 10% off plus free shipping. I mean, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy. And the stuff is blessed. I mean, he raises it right. He talks to his
shout out
girls.
to him. He's on TikTok. Or TikTok. He's on YT.
Oh, he's on the YT?
Yeah.
That's funny. He's there. He's probably like, Shalomi homies, right?
You are correct.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm trying to get all my stuff ready. Oh yeah, so like it was funny because we were it looks like we're not going to be on tomorrow. I have a family emergency to take care of, and so Chelsey can't run this by herself, and we can't find anybody to watch the children
at the moment.
at the moment. Did you reach out to who?
Nope, I'm about to do it right now.
All right, so right now she's trying to find somebody, so we might be able to go on. Or it'll be just Chelsey, and Joanne might be her helpmate, and I might do it via where I'm at from the hospital.
That'll be fine.
Sorry again.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're okay, Gabby.
Oh, Gabby, you're all right.
Nah.
No, we're just letting people know just in case, so then they know, hey, what's up? Because I don't have to do promos, but the show that we were gonna do tomorrow, we'll just kick it to another time.
Yes.
Because it's part of the 7 Deadly Sins. We were going to be on greed.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can stop being greedy by the time we redo it. And then you can be like, I used to be greedy like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago. Because we have somebody coming on this week, so it would be kicked out for 2 weeks, right? At least unless we get a cancellation.
Yep. Next week will be David.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, unless we get a cancel. If we don't get a cancel, then it's right on time again.
Yep.
So it's going to be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, so I'm just trying to get this going here.
All right, so while he's going, so tonight was going to be life versus reality. And life is what you make of it. It's subjective to the point that you could be poor and happy or rich and depressed. But on the other hand, you could be rich and happy or poor and depressed. So, but reality is cold and hard, and most people don't enjoy looking at it. But does your life match your reality?
Welcome to the Flat Out Truth podcast with Paulino and Chelsey B Michael.
I still like that. Yeah, that should be going on when we're doing our intro still.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I think up until at least when we start talking, I think it'd be fine.
Alrighty.
Because people like it at the beginning, because then they can talk to each other and they'll hear it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, there's like 4 people, so like one invisible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think it's a great topic. It's something that most people don't want to deal with, and it just shows you that you can be thinking one thing and your reality is another, and that maybe that's why you're not where you want to be, right? Mm-hmm. And if you can't see that or you can't figure that out, you'll never be where you want to be.
Yes, because if you can't look at the reality, then you can't change.
Yeah, you're living in fantasy the whole time.
You think everything's fine.
Yes, everything's good, everything's fine. Hey, maybe nobody show up and we'll have a short day today.
That's true.
We always say that, but then it starts roaring up.
I know. I'm almost tempted to check out and see what the 6 o'clock. Does everybody come at the 6 o'clock?
Well, you want to switch to 6?
Yeah.
We could. We could go from.
Give us an extra half an hour.
We're not late. Anyway? If we go to 6, we are not going to be late.
Yes.
I will not accept it on my side, at least. I'll be sitting here at least 10 to 6, and it'll be all Chelsey's fault.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We'll find out.
Well, yeah, I don't have those guys.
You say that and it picks up. That's the idea. So I'm trying to. It's reverse psychology here.
Yeah, you didn't do lovely, and you got to do pawpaw.
Oh yeah, I always forget. They're not automatically on my list yet.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh wait, no, I think Pawpaw was. I think Lovely was not.
Thinking's not knowing.
Thinking's not knowing. I'll resend it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, who's those people that wanted to be on here? And I'm like, I don't have them. I need to tell them to follow this, and I could at least hit them up on this side.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. Is we need all of the people to follow and share with Paulino and Chelsey.
Yeah, we just do. It just makes it easier.
Oh yeah.
Like if we're sharing something. But anyway, yeah, I think so many people live within a certain bubble in their mind, right? Like they want things to be better, and they don't try to do better. Like how hard it is to get things going, and to make things succeed. It doesn't matter if it's a marriage or work or whatever, but you got to know what you're really dealing with, and then push through. Like, so does your life match your reality? And I think that's a really good question. Man, look at that. There's nobody here. Well, I'm sorry. We got JJ. He counts.
Oh, now we got Yoshihito.
Yeah, he's the one that started a group, but he didn't know he started a group, so he just left.
Oh.
Started a group and then didn't know he started a group. I think it's funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? FE people, man, they jump up. If they don't see a panel they can go, they're out.
I know.
All they want to do is talk about FE, man.
The thing I found fascinating about that, which there's a couple things. So one, and actually it was Papa that kind of got me onto this. He's like, I don't see any buttons. Like any buttons. So when they want like some people, I don't know exactly which crowd yet. If they don't, like you said, if they don't see the buttons, they won't go.
Wow.
So like sometimes now I was going to start when we open panel, I'm going to start jumping up. Because then it'll show everybody that it's open panel.
So we only got one person in here?
Gabby's there. It just doesn't show her for some reason.
Is she private?
So maybe TikTok's being weird. No, she was there a second ago. I think TikTok's being weird.
Oh.
It happens.
Yeah, because it's really weird.
Yeah.
So we can't really see anybody that's here right now.
It's possible. Yeah, see, JJ's here and you can't see. We can't see you guys.
We don't see any of you guys here. Hey, we're about to shut this sucker down.
But yeah, in any case, what do you think? So I'm trying to go off of what we said because I'm trying not to give away all the stuff that I wrote for greed.
Why not?
Because one, it's on the other phone, so I can't see it. But I guess it does kind of tie in. Is I think people, when they look at their life, I think a lot of people today are not happy. I just think they are. And with them not being happy, I think a lot of it is self-inflicted. Anybody that's seen it, I like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a cartoon. It's supposed to be for kids, but the story, the characters are fantastic. Any age, it's good to watch. The animated one, not the other stuff. Don't watch the movie.
I like the movies.
Don't watch the movie. Thanks, Paul. Don't watch the movie. In any case, there's a character in there, and at one point, he's told that he's going to have problems in his life, and most of them will be self-inflicted. And it does. It actually carries through his life. That does end up being the case.
Hey, JJ.
But the funny thing about it is I think like 99% of people's problems are self-inflicted. And the reason I say that is there's an empowerment in knowing that you have control over your life. Because when you feel like you don't have control, people get anxiety. They freak out. They worry about what's gonna happen next, and it brings them this unhappiness and this tenseness, and they're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and then they call it a snowball, right? You have your little negative snowball, and it's just rolling down the hill, and there's nobody to stop it. But when you know you can control your life, then, like I said, there's just this sense of empowerment, and you're like, you know what? Even if you have a situation external, it's not in your control. How you react to it is still under your control. So if you have a situation, you could get angry. You can be happy. You can take it as an opportunity. You can do something with it. And I think that's the biggest difference. Like, I see Paulino do this all the time. He's fantastic at it. I haven't seen anybody as good as you. Some people I think are able to do it, though. Is that they flip everything. Now, one of the coolest things you told me is he said, when something happens that you think is a negative or it knocks you back, instead of what people think is taking that step back, it is you put yourself back in neutral. And the difference in that mentality is, instead of saying, okay, I only took one step forward, now I'm back at neutral, it's like, no, you start at neutral and now you're taking a step forward. You can explain that a little more.
Yeah, it's like you take a half step back. Like, so like you never release all the way back and just pull your foot back. So like, that's the way you say you're always going positive. Like because every experience is positive if you learn from it. Regardless if people see it as good or bad at the time, I mean, it always should be a positive outcome because you're learning from it. And when you learn, you can pivot, you can adapt, and you can go forward. You might even go past where you were. If you don't learn from it, then it's always going to be negative, right? You're always going to be the victim. Mm-hmm. It's always somebody else's fault. It was cold outside. This person didn't like me. Like all these other things. But if you just buckle down, take responsibility, accountability, you can push yourself forward. And it's like, I think these people that are in relationships or used to be in relationships and it crushes them for years, I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to waste 1, 2, 3 years. I mean, I even think months, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Where it's crushing you so much. We're just talking breakups. I'm not even talking about if somebody has passed away. But I've seen people, man, from breakups, and they can't date anybody for 5, 6 months, years. You know, and it's really, really sad because you're not getting that time back. It's not like time stands still, even though you think you have, and you just get this, like, I was going to live to be 90 and you waste 3 years, now you're going to get 93. But anyway, those 3 years of being 90, are they going to be as good as they are when you're 40, 30, right? Mm-hmm. I think you'll be more active at 30 than 90, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know.
You got a marathon runner. Somebody runs marathons at night.
But it's still, they don't feel as good as they did when they were 30, unless they were 700 pounds at 30 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most time it's not that way, right? We're talking in general.
Yep.
You're usually in better health at 30.
Yes.
More vibrant. That's why there's a lot of people that are like 400 or 500 pounds at 30 thinking that they feel great.
You know what I find fascinating about that too?
But it'll catch up to them.
We've never said it this way. People like to, like you said, we're talking in general, but people always like to break out the anomaly and say, I'm not that way.
They have to. Well, it's not even just them. It's somebody else to point out.
Yeah, that's true. It's not even them. It's somebody else.
Because somebody's worse than them. Right? They're worse than them, but they still made it. So that means they can do it because they're not as bad as them.
Yes. But the thing that we haven't said...
It's not reality.
Yeah. The thing that we haven't said is, why do you want to play those odds? Do you know what I mean? It's like you know the generality. So most of the time when you set yourself up, you want to set yourself up in a position where you're most likely to succeed. But they don't do that. They just want to be the anomaly, which is 10 times harder. And it goes with what I was saying the other day, right? To set yourself up for success, you have to do little goals. The little goals become the big goal. But they give themselves and they put themselves in this anomaly category, and now they've getting a big goal that they can't succeed at. Yeah,
but you notice when they do that, it's because they're mixing them together. But you have the general, and then they pick out the anomaly. That's mixed together now.
They're putting the anomaly in the general.
Yes, because they're saying I'm in general, but I'm going to pick out the anomaly, so now I'm with the anomaly as well.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
That's how that's what I'm saying. That's how they messed it up.
I got you now.
Yeah, that's why they pointed out. That's why people are like, why they pointed out? Because now they're mixed with it.
Yes.
They're a mixed multitude. Yeah. That's what they are, though. They're mixed together. They go, oh, I got it. It's cool. That person can do it. I can do it too. But it's all about effort, man. Sometimes people don't want to put the effort in. Like, there was something you said, and I'm going to let you say it if you can remember. Can you remember?
Oh, what's the thing I just said out there?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Oh, my goodness. It was fire. You want to give me some hints?
Give me a hint.
You were saying that they want the change, but they don't want to do the work or something like that. Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was something like that.
I didn't write it down, guys.
I told her to write it down, but she didn't write it down.
I did not. I think I had my.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what they want. You know, like they talk about, all this change, but they don't want to put the effort into change. something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So everybody says what they want to do without doing the thing to do it.
There you go.
Yeah, it's something really close to that.
Yeah, it's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
That's what they want. I mean, it's like they're like, oh yeah, I want a great marriage, but then they're on TikTok 6 hours, 7 hours a day. You know, I want to start my own business, but then they're on TikTok 6, 7 hours. Unless TikTok selling on TikTok is your job or your business, you're not going to get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, because the reality is...
I want to spread truth. I'm just going to go yell at some other people.
That gives me an idea.
That's like cosmology wise, right? If you say you're a truther, FE person or whatever, and you want to spread the truth and bring more people to the truth of cosmology of the earth, but then you're just going to go, I'm going to go hunt down some globies and yell at them.
I don't think they're going to want to join you.
How does that work? It's like saying, I want somebody to eat healthier, so I'm going to start shoving lettuce down their throat.
They might not appreciate it.
Start tying them up, cut them off from anything that's bad, and it's like, lock them down. They're not going to like that.
Yeah.
Or call them like, oh, you're so big, you're so huge. Why don't you just stop eating?
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to work neither. Unless they sign up for that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, they don't. Everybody forgets where they came from. And that's one of the biggest issues. I mean, I understand if you're always fit or you've always been knowing all the biblical everything. I get it. Maybe it would really be hard. But like most people, they've learned and collected data, knowledge, insight, discernment to bring them to where they're at now. But if you can't see where you used to be, you're just going to push people away. That's all you're going to do. You're not bringing them to any truth. You're going to chase them away if you're just calling them names. Mm-hmm. You have to remember where you came from and plant the seeds that makes them curious, like that made you curious to go check it out. And nobody knows what that bait is. So you're going to have to use different types of bait to get people to look into it. And like I said, it can be from any avenue of truth. It could be on the biblical side, the cosmology side. It could be law. It could be anything. It takes that. You don't know what's going to win somebody over to curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just don't. How you going to figure it out? Because even what triggered you might not trigger somebody else.
Yep. You're gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna do it with nerd analogies and video games.
All right.
Yeah, because like even we were talking. This is so funny. So my son, our son, is loving Plants vs. Zombies right now. He's loving it. He loves playing it. And the funny thing about it is it kind of goes with this theme for me tonight. Because we have life, right? Because you the whole point of it is you're protecting your house, and then you have the reality. Somebody's trying to intrude on your house, but it's just a game. It's just a figment of reality. But the things that it can teach you is like you have to have resource management. You have to plan ahead. You have to do all of these things. And the reality is he's not very good at it because he doesn't know, like, oh, I should attack the zombie at the top because he's the one that's closest. He doesn't recognize those things right now. And that's where I think people are at. What is the thing you need to work on most? Most people don't watch that. They don't pay attention to it. The thing I think that they need to fix most is the thing they try to avoid the most.
It's like trying to teach somebody math, right? High math, right?
Yeah.
And you're teaching them calculus, try to teach them that, but never teaching them how to do the add and subtraction, division, fractions, like small stuff.
Yeah.
And you start calling them an idiot because they don't know how to do division or fractions. I mean, how can you do that?
You can't.
They're not going to want to learn it.
Nope.
They would just yell at you probably as well and just leave. Like, I don't need this crap, right? I mean, and that's what's happening with, like I said, it's everything. Even on the hokey pokeys, right? We talk about the hokey pokeys all the time. What happens if somebody's given their children the hokey pokeys, right?
Right.
And then you find all this new data that you know about. You can't just tell them that they're horrible because they're going to feel guilty if they're giving their kids all the hokey pokeys.
Yes.
Especially if something's hurt from it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hokey pokey Andrew.
Yeah, because I'm on a bunch of Facebook groups, and they have the same problem with exactly what you're talking about. It's like, I don't want to hear from this group. I don't want to hear from that group because they're all mean and they attack me.
But it's not even attack. It's just like they feel attacked because they did it. I mean, your mom does it.
Yes.
If you bring up like, because Chelsey thinks that she's injured from something like that, right?
Yeah.
And if you bring it up, your mom's like, blah blah blah. She's so defensive.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't even hold it against her.
No. I mean,
I've forgiven her for that.
yeah, and it's so funny though that she takes it like you're saying that it's her fault. Like, well, it is her fault, but like you hold it against her. But
yes.
Yeah, she won't take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting. That's just how it works. It's like that's why it's so hard to bring up certain subjects to certain people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like religion. You can't bring that up to people that have been doing it for 50 years, even though they've never even really read the Bible at all.
Yeah.
But they think they're doing good enough, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Grand Rising? But yeah, so like there's this thing about like you have to remember where you came from before you can teach anybody anything.
Yeah.
So when I try to cast out the different lures, right, different bait, I try to throw for the smaller fish in that subject. And as I'm reeling in, that's how you get it in. I don't just go, like, I'm way up here and I think you're a moron because you're down here.
Yes.
It doesn't really work out well, man. These people will run away.
Yeah.
So when they're going, like, we hear them saying that they're going hunting for whatever topic. I've seen this on every topic, man. Every topic.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You've seen it in relationships. You see it in society discussions. You've seen it in political, constitution.
Cosmology.
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter. These people get like, I got all this knowledge that nobody knows, and these people are morons because they don't get it. But you didn't get it, especially if you're 30 or 40 or 50 when you find this out. Yeah. So you're allowed to go 30, 40, 50. But if you're talking to a 30-year-old, he's a moron because he doesn't get it. Or a 40-year-old because like that. Or if you've known it for 20 years. I mean, it's like everybody needs different bait. It's all about planting the seed that makes them curious to look into it. That's really what it's about. It has nothing to do with, you can show them all the data. Like when I show different things, like we'll say cosmology, like everything out of the land masses, right? All the geology is all named flat. It doesn't matter what language is in Savannah, Mesa, right? Everything.
Yep.
The tundra all means flat.
Yes.
It just all means flat.
Yeah.
You can't just like throw out all, I mean, like I throw out different things like that. That's how I plant seed. It might go into measurement. It might go into like how a microwave works or how our sonar works or how these different things work. That's how you do it. You can't just throw in like you're a moron. Like I'm like, isn't it, like it's even better to ask them like, hey, isn't it weird? Like there's no words for like curved, like when it comes to like level, like sea level or anything like that. It's kind of weird, right? You're better off doing that and make them think, hey, there isn't any. I've had people where they go, oh, wait, what? Yes, there is. And I go, yeah, what is it? Right? You've been there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, what is it? And they're like, dude, they can't think of anything because there isn't. There is no word for curved horizon or, curved level or a curved straight line or altitude. And I'm like, well, I go, isn't it weird? Because altitude's off a flat surface. And they're like, no, it's not. And then they look up the definition. They're like, oh. I go, isn't it weird? Like miles per hour is a distance measured in a straight line. They're like, no, it's not. And they'll look it up and they go, oh. Like it's really weird because we don't think of that on a day-to-day basis because we've been taught, like, we're just talking cosmology right now, that the world's so big, it always just seems flat. But like the thing that we did with Vika, right, on the podcast. Yeah. Right. And he has, that name is sweet. Heliopsychosis, because it is. They're like
mesmerized by the helios.
Yeah, we have been so like indoctrinated in with Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars. Like Paul loves Star Wars. Battlestar Galactica, like everything that has to do with space, right? Mm-hmm. They make it so cool, and then you're like, it's not real though. But like I said, it's all about the bait. How you going to get them there to go from that fantasy into want to know. Why isn't that in reality? Like, why isn't there a curved word for horizon? You know, and why is everything named flat? Even like Vika got into like the next week, he called it under the horizon. I thought it was sweet. I was like, what the heck is under horizon? Remember?
Yes. I was actually thinking the same thing because I was thinking, oh, he's talking about oceans and stuff.
Yeah, well, you're talking about like under the oceans.
Literally.
Yeah, like under the oceans, all the seabed is all flat.
Yes.
They named them the same thing they name on top, and they're naming them all flat. And there was like this one spot, the one that really stood out to me is the Kansas one. The ocean Kansas, there's a landmass in the ocean floor that's almost shaped like Kansas, and it's flat as Kansas. And everybody knows, or not everybody knows, but people that research cosmology, or you can just Google it, it says that Kansas is flatter than a pancake.
It is.
So there's another ocean under the water place called Kansas. So it's flat, but they have the flats under there, they have the plains under there, and it was like crazy amount. Like on Earth, on top, it's like 60 or 70% of the Earth is just named a flat.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's not including the water, which is
and then
what,
you got
70.
Yeah, we're talking about the land masses are flat.
Yeah.
Like Australia's flat on both sides of a mountain range. The mountain range is, not flat, but on both sides of it, it is flat. It's crazy. And you're like, what? And then you're like, oh, yeah, this is flat from upper Canada all the way through the Great Plains of the United States. It's all flat.
Yeah, that's why I always found it fascinating because like I traveled for volleyball, right? And so we took charter flights everywhere. And the people that'll come in their perception, in their life, they're like, oh, I see the curve. But then when you actually go and look at the plane and ride the plane, it's not there.
Yeah, they call it a plane because it goes.
They do call it a plane on the plane. Yeah.
It goes across. But another reason I'm bringing up this is because it just shows you like there's so many levels to it, and it's better to pick around on some of this data than it is to try to like yell at them or and call them names because they don't know everything yet. I mean, that's not going to work out really well. I mean, it just pushes people away when it comes to cosmology, even the Bible. You can't call people that have been going to church for 20, 30, 40 years names. The only time it gets loud is usually when they're telling you don't know what you're talking about. But then you asking them for passages that they don't even know where they're like, oh, I don't know it. You don't need to know it by heart, but what's the gist of it? They can't even give you the gist of it. And that's when they get more mad at you because they're projecting that they're upset that they don't know. Because you should know. If you're in a religion and you can't tell me why you should be in this religion, you got some work to do, I think. And so like it's like that with even the Constitution. If you're telling me that we're under the Constitution, you should be able to explain the Constitution to me. So when I ask, well, what about this? What about that? You should have an answer. And if you don't know, go, I don't know. That's a good question. But you shouldn't get mad. But people get mad. Chelsea's seen him. I mean, because I even asked them, I was like, yeah, what's the 3 parts of the Constitution? They're like, what do you mean 3 parts? Well, it's land, air, and sea. It is? Yeah, I thought you were a constitutionalist. You said, we need the Constitution. I go, what's the Admiralty law? I don't know. I thought you were a constitutionalist. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I'm like, well, what's consumer law? I don't know. Well, I thought you were a constitution. Like, it's like all these things, like maritime law and all that. It's like, it's just weird. They just don't know. Yeah. Some people do know, and then you go to a higher level and you get to talk higher. But then sometimes they hit a shelf.
I think
it's like every topic's like that. Men and women's relationship. Mm-hmm. Oh, women are like the victims more than men. And then you bring out the data. You're like, well, the data actually shows X, Y, Z. They go, no, it doesn't. I go, yeah, it does. And then they'll look it up and they get all like, what? I'm telling you, you're the one that told me you're an expert on men and women relationships and that women are the ones that are X, Y, Z. And then you show them that it's not true that way. It's that's what we do here. It's like we pose questions and try to do it as bait to lure people into conversation. So maybe they'll get curious enough to go seek it out for themselves. But we do that in every topic. So we can't just stick on one topic. Yeah. There's so many different topics that can bring people into the truth. And everything goes back to the Bible. When they ask me, well, what does this all lead back to? Where does it all come back? Where's the source? I always tell them it's the Bible. it always goes back to the biblical text. Everything that we can think of, nothing new under the sun. And that was a great statement that was put in the biblical text. But yeah, nothing new under the sun. But some people, they just can't remember where they started. And it doesn't matter if biblically, what they call it, a babe in Christ. And we were talking about that yesterday.
Yes.
I think
A babe in
it
Christ.
makes me laugh when people say that.
Newborn Christian.
Yeah. It makes me laugh when they say that. But like, you could be a new babe in different denominations, though, right?
Right.
Because you could be a Pentecostal for 15 years. Next thing you know, you're Catholic or Greek Orthodox or whatever. I mean, you can just jump around anywhere. So
Movie.
yeah, it's very interesting that you can jump around anywhere. Hey, so what's up, Pawpaw?
Oops, wrong one. Okay, kiddo.
Oh, anyway, yeah. So like, that's the thing that I think that people's lives sometimes don't.
My speaker was off. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. A lot of times that people's life does not align with their reality.
You're never too old to change. You're never too old to learn something.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they've kind of beat that into society. Like, you hear a lot of people, a lot of times when they hit 50, 60, they're like, oh, I'm too old to change. And I think it's weird because somebody at 50 is still doing the same thing that they learned when they were 20, 30. That may not be right. And you should be smarter at 50 than you were at 20 or 30. That's just my opinion. Maybe you're not, but most people are. They got more knowledge and stuff.
No.
So
I'm in my 60s and my mind changed.
yeah.
It's done. If your heart's open, your mind to change.
Oh yeah, you gotta drop your pride. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put it away.
Yep. Pride isn't bad. It's only if it's too prideful, so you get hardened.
If you live by it.
Yes, because everything is like balance. Everything's balance. But I just see so many people when it comes to like all right, we'll take a Christian. You can have a Christian that's I don't know, Baptist or whatever, or even non-denomination, but they go to church all the time, and they could be going 20, 30 years, and they think they know the Bible because they went to church for 20, 30 years. Until you start asking them questions, and then they get mad because they don't have any answers. Because all they did is they went into the Bible study, did what somebody else said, go to church, and listen, and they never really did it for themselves or really have true understanding of the text itself. But I've seen them oh yeah, go ahead.
About the Bible, I was reading today in Jubilees, and reading about the angel of the presence. Just stowed up a big question in my head.
Like, specifically who it is?
I mean, I had never heard it before today, and today when I was reading that, I had never heard that, and that expression. Angel of the presence. Who went before the camp of Yasharel, who took the tables of divisions of the years and the time of the creation of the Torah and the testimony. I'm still on the Sabbath thing, brother.
It's good.
I'm trying to lock this down.
It's really important.
It down, man.
What was the term?
The angel of the presence. She's looking it up. I recall it. Trying to remember the context.
Isaiah 63.
You said it's in Jubilees too. It's mentioned in Jubilees.
Oh, I don't have Jubilees on me.
Yeah. You can just Google say Jubilees and it might shoot up. But yeah, that's one of the things that we're like, I was using that for an example though. Like, somebody can in their life, right, in their mind, they think that they're just knowledgeable person on the biblical text or the Bible, right? And they go to church and this and that. And then you ask them a question and they have no idea about a lot of stuff, like, just in there, like they're just following a line. And they think that's good enough. Like, they're relying on that pastor or that church to be the one that's taking the blunt of everything. But in Judgment Day, they can't help you. No.
Ain't nobody standing next to you. Ain't nobody standing next to you when you're there.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Appearing. Chapters 1 and 2 again in chapter 48. So
Sounds
1 and
right.
2? Oh dear. Oh, I can't read it.
Chapters 1 and
It's,
2.
yeah, Angel Presence.
Oh, 120.
129.
Oh.
129.
Or-
I'm sitting right here on it.
Why is this only on 28? This is a weird version.
Yeah, because
Oh, they're in the Angel of Presence. Okay. Let me get Paul up here real quick. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and the Lord will appear to the eyes of all, and all shall know that I am the God of Israel and the Father of all the children of Jacob, and King on Mount Zion for all eternity, and Zion and Jerusalem shall be holy. And the angel of the presence, who went before the camp of Israel, took the tables of the divisions of the years, from the time of the creation, of the law and of the testimony of the weeks of the jubilees, according to the individual years, according to all the number of the jubilees, according to the individual years, from the day of the new creation, when the heavens and the earth shall be renewed, and all their creation according to the powers of the heaven, and according to all the creation of the earth, until the sanctuary of the Lord shall be made in Jerusalem on Mount Zion, and all the luminaries be renewed for healing and for peace and for blessing for all the elect of Israel, and that thus it may be from that day and unto all the days of the earth.
yeah,
The angel of presence spoke to Moses. It's just the first time right after that it comes up
Yeah.
that he spoke to Moses, and I had never heard.
yeah,
I've
because
never heard
it's
that
mentioned
used
on Mount
before.
Sinai, right? Is that where it's
Yeah.
at in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just starts off like these Israelites. I don't know what it is. I mean, they just ain't got it. They just can't get it right. They just keep
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
back
and they
breaking
had-
the covenant.
Yeah, and they had the miracles right in front of them.
That's
So
what
like,
I'm saying.
hey, what's up? So that kind of shows you how hard like other people have, or like us, right? Like there's really no big miracles as of yet, right? He even said there'd be no more miracles. It's like that, like parting of the Red Sea or Reed Sea, things like that. It's very just interesting that. Because it shows you that they can be corrupted even after the 10, even after the 10, the plagues and all that, the 10 miracles that they had during Moses' time. A month later, they're complaining they don't have food. You know what I mean? So like, it kind of shows you that they're not even wowed by the rest of that stuff that happened. It's really interesting to me.
As old as I am finding a new way of reading it and understanding it. It's different now. I don't know why.
It's good.
It's just
Like I said, there's so many people when they hit 50, 60, 70, they say there's too. They'll say, all right, I'm gonna bring up pickleball again. They'll say it's too old. They're too old to learn anything new like that. But then they'll learn pickleball, man. They will. I've heard it. We have firsthand knowledge of somebody that said that.
Yeah, I think, it's not that people can't learn something, it's just that they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Yeah.
They think what they learned when they were young is good enough. And I mean, when it comes to this, I mean, you would think that they would see it as more urgent. I hate to say it this way, but you know, the older you get, you should think that for one, you're blessed to be 70, right? For one. But I mean, you're closer. Besides getting hit by a car or something like that, you're closer, right? Just on time. You're not going to outlive somebody that's 20. Normally, you're just not. Right. So, but they act like they're going to. Like it's like, you would think you would want to try to make sure you got it right because you're older. Does that make sense? When it comes biblically.
We're getting closer to the end. We're getting closer
Yeah,
to the end.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Right
I
before
don't,
you
it's
go.
like they think the opposite. Like they're okay where they're at. It's good enough, dude. I don't know, man. It's like I can't understand it, and I've tried to understand it. You like, yeah, the closer you are to a natural death or whatever, you would think that you would want to make sure you're right. You would want to challenge everything to make sure you're right, but they don't want to.
Yeah, let's just
You know, but like I said,
don't
I mean,
give a
this is
darn.
biblical, but I've seen people live in a different way, even under like Constitution, not Constitution, just starting to vote, started getting in here, or even in relationships between male and females, or men and women. They don't like that they keep going through relationships their whole life, but they don't want to change neither. They don't want to change who they're picking, and they don't want to change how they're treating them. So like it's a double, right?
Yeah. Double whammy.
But we get.
That's something. That's something inside.
I
of
mean,
that
yes,
person.
but that's the point. Is like we have that choice. We have the option to change. It's like when you get to that point, they're like, okay, I've picked 10 people, and they're I have a type now, and that's just the type I like, and I should go with it. But all of those were unsuccessful. Then you should not pick the thing that you think you like because it's unsuccessful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like of a guy, we'll say a guy, it's worse for a woman anyway, but say you have a guy that the last 10 women that he had for a girlfriend, even if they're 2 years, for each one, or 3 years, whatever, we'll say 2 years, it's 20 years. So he dates 10 different women for 2 years, and the first time he meets them, that night he always has relations with them physically. And wouldn't you think at some point you'd be like, well, I should probably like not do that? Let's try that. But they don't.
It's not a good way to live. But a lot of
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
like
but they
that,
don't
man.
think
We
like
did
that. They
when
don't
we
think
were
like,
younger.
wow, it didn't work, so I should try something different to get something different, a different outcome. You know what they say when you repeat the same thing and think of want a different outcome? It's
You're
insanity.
insane.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Now, like for women, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Women and men are not the same when it comes to relations. I mean, like,
Yes.
technically, they got 5 chances.
Yeah.
They have 5 chances. Otherwise, it's got to be more of a mental connection. Like she has to realize that she's not going to get those butterflies for the same reason anymore. The butterflies are going to be from being a good man, being a good provider, and doing all these things. And she has to go like, wow, it's amazing that this guy's doing this for me. But before, it's all chemical. That's why, like, you'll see younger women that are with, really horrible men that treat them bad. And they go, why are they sticking with them? Because it's a chemical connection. Like the first one, they for all the way through 5. Data shows it gets less and less each time. But the pair bonding, right? So you're going to pair bond more with the guy, with the first guy, more than the 5th guy. But then you're getting kind of shaded out in 6, 7, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
After that, you can't pair bond like chemically anymore.
I don't want to die and be alone. You know what I'm saying? I want to have somebody in my life.
Dog.
It's a,
I have God.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
no, we
he's
get you.
Yeah, he's talking physical.
That's why we talk about we talk about it all the time. It's like we have something extremely special, not just because we can do this together and we actually enjoy it, but like this, like we're best friends.
Yes.
I miss him when I can't talk to him. And we can go on car trips all day long and still be able to have a conversation, and we'll still do the podcast and talk just with you guys in the same way. Like we just enjoy it. We enjoy each other's company, and most people don't have that, and we wish that for everybody. We really do. And but the way I think society is going about trying to find people and find happiness, it's just like I said, it's not a recipe for success. The odds are not for them.
Yeah, it's too much. Everybody wants a quick fix too. A quick fix without doing anything, right?
Yeah.
They want to be in shape without working out, without dieting, without eating right. Go ahead, Paul.
There is no such thing as quick
No, there
fix
isn't.
ever. In anything. There is no such thing
You
as
can
a
buy
quick
something
fix.
quick.
I don't care if it's potty training a child, puppy training a puppy, your relationship, your eating, your walk with God.
No.
Anything is not a quick fix. They might think it's a quick fix because, hey, look, this made it easier. It's just because it made it easier.
Yeah, I agree.
doesn't
Like
mean
they'll
it's
think of
always
a
gonna
quick fix.
work.
This is not a quick fix in my mind. if your car keeps breaking down and you just go buy a new car, you didn't fix it. You solved the problem, but you didn't fix it. It's no more than like I argue with my wife all the time, so I dump her and go get me a new one. You know, like that doesn't mean it's gonna fix the problem, because sooner or later it's gonna break down. If you don't manage it, just like a new car, if you don't take care of it, wax it, change the oil, then you still have to maintain it. Like a new house, beautiful new house, new everything, garden, everything. If I never mow the lawn or pull the weeds or do anything like that, it's gonna look like crap pretty soon.
I don't.
But you get what I mean.
It took a few literal.
Yeah. People think the grass is always greener, but they don't realize they got to cut that too. You still got to cut. Well, you still got to mow it. That's what we're saying. You still got to mow it. You still got to trim it. You still got to.
It'll be green for a little bit.
That's what happens. Everybody's like that, though. They think it's easier, you know. Like,
you know what's fascinating? It just hit me right now. I hear so many people complain about material things. They're like, oh, it doesn't last anymore. It doesn't, and it's like, but they're doing the exact same thing. Like, they're taking these things, they're not putting any work or any time, effort, energy into it, and then they're like, I'll just get a new one.
Yep.
Well, you're right on that. But like back in the day, you could fix a toaster when it broke. Can't fix the toaster anymore because they make sure they can't fix it. Just like you used to be able to rebuild a torque converter on a transmission on your car or truck. You can't do that no more.
Yes.
They make sure that you can't rebuild them.
Yes, and for sure.
I hate printers.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff that, you used to be able to fix it. You put time in it. You used to be able to repair furniture because it was made out of real wood. Now it's made out of MDF and plastic and
but now they're trying to make relationships like that though.
Yes, that's what we're saying. Is like everybody, they've trained people. I mean, they say the 70s was when it really hit, but this is a premeditated thing, guys. It just is. Do the rabbit hole. You are treating your relationships that way. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna toss it and throw it away. I'm gonna use this one and throw it away. Use this one and throw it away. And then when you hit 30, you're like, all right, I'm ready for something different. I want one that lasts a really long time. Well, guess what? You have trained yourself to not be able to do that anymore.
Yeah. And you've done tainted a whole bunch of them.
And you've tainted the ones, Although, where'd all the good ones? Well, you just used them and tossed them out the window.
Yeah. You narrowed it down.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no.
So I had a chance. I only had one for 40 years.
You'll be able to go, like I tell everybody, go online and look. That's how I found my wife, Chas. We met online. Then we met the first time at Walmart. And then after our first date, she kidnapped me.
But I mean, again, see? That's not
That's
the
an
general.
anomaly.
That's not the
You're
general.
an anomaly, Paul.
Yeah, it's not the general.
I think you are in general an anomaly.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah, most people that go online,
thing.
they just, it's all hookups.
Yeah, most of the people online.
Even if somebody doesn't want to hook up and one does, it's usually that.
Who was it? Somebody
the girl
said they
that
jumped
doesn't want
on recently and tried it, and it was just hookups and they left. Who was that?
It was actually, I think it was Joanna, right?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I
She's
think
like,
it
I'm
was
not
Joanne.
doing this.
Sorry, that's her story.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah,
but it is. Most people are just looking for a hookup. Everybody's catfishes now. No one looks like themselves.
And you can't trust Christian
it doesn't matter.
Because the guy is just going to say whatever it takes. Oh,
Yep.
I'm a Christian.
Yep.
You better test them.
Yep.
I tell you that.
It's been shoved down their throats from the time they're little boys, I mean, they're starting school dances now in the 5th grade.
Yeah, we had dances in 5th and 6th grade.
Crazy. I just think it's crazy. That's the last thing I got on those kids' mind.
Yeah, because we were. Oh, go ahead.
Square dance.
I had square dancing in PE. Thank you very much. I know how to square dance.
You're from the country.
I am from the country.
You should have been,
Me too?
you should have been born that way. You should have been born square dancing.
Yeah,
But
nothing.
I think that's, I mean, but when it comes to everything, everybody wants a quick fix on everything. Like I said, I want a great relationship, but I don't want to have to work at it. I don't want to change.
I don't want to change. Yeah,
You know?
that's a big one.
I want a business,
everything
but I don't
takes
want to have to
work.
do any work.
Yeah.
If you don't have to work for it,
You know, but that's what they
Agree.
do.
Oh, we agree. We agree with that.
Yeah, that's how they get so many people here on TikTok. You know, I want to be a TikTok celebrity, but I don't want to do any content. I don't want to do no research. I don't want to do anything. I just want to just grab my phone, which it does happen. But again, that's less than 1% of 1%,
Yeah.
where somebody just grabs their phone and they blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. I mean, it really doesn't. And then the people that do that, a lot of times they have to do either battles, so it's, you know, some kind of entertainment, or they're selling TikTok shop stuff.
Yeah.
So you can challenge somebody on TikTok,
Oh,
and it's about gifts. So like all of our supporters would go basically against somebody else's supporters, and whoever has the most gifts. But it's like a game really, because like it's a certain combination you can throw stuff, and Chelsea's into games. That's why we did TikTok to begin with, because she's a game has a game background, and she goes, it's just like a game. That's why you can level up, you can gift, and then it's like even in the battle, it's a sequence of gifting. Like if you throw this and then throw that and then throw this, it could be a triple or 5 times the amount, and like there's like a strategy to it really.
There is actually, yeah. Yes
gifting.
and no. It's based on gifting.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because yeah. I mean, tapping doesn't really do as much. You get the 3 freebies. It's more about the combinations, really. Because if you throw it at the right time, you could throw $1,000 or $1,000 coin thing or 5,000 coin thing, and then you hope that it hits the triple or the 5 times. But Chelsea and I, when we first got on here, we were learning to do all that. I mean, we have some of the best battlers out there that really smash it up. We'd be seeing battles that were like what 300,000-400,000 coins
Easily. Yeah.
Can you believe that? That would be one side when win
One side.
400.
Yeah.
400,000 coins.
Yep.
So like when people were like, man, that was a pretty good battle, man. I got like 6,000 coins. We started laughing.
My favorite one is still you found a conservative versus a liberal guy.
That was
They were
pretty
just throwing. It's like we were trying to get donuts and nobody would throw donuts.
Yeah, they were just talking trash.
They were just talking trash. Yeah, that was.
But even theirs would be like as low as 200 to as high as 1,500 coins, and that's not nothing because, like I said, we know people where they throw 1,500
Dude,
for.
hundreds of thousands. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
We got one of our friends that might come on here. She's getting prepared for going to Africa, but
Yes.
her name's Boss Lady. She's really good at that.
She is.
She can teach people how to battle.
Yep.
That's what she does. Very nice lady. Does a lot of remedies too, though.
Yep.
JJ, she wants to get a hold of you at some point, probably after she comes back from her trip.
Yep.
I would think. But yeah, she does natural hair dye. She does hair because she does hair. She does skin. She does hair, like hair products themselves. Everything's all natural.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, her hair is so red. Not to go off subject, but man, she'll get that as red as my coat with beet juice.
Yep.
And I'm like, how can you get it? She says, and it lasts. The way they put it in there and they get it just right, she goes, it lasts. I mean, it's as red as my coat.
Yes. It's really cool.
It's all natural.
All natural.
Beet juice and some.
It's
She gets a
all
lot of
natural.
stuff from the Caribbean. A lot like some weird. What was that one thing she was doing that one day? It was like.
Oh, the jackfruit.
Yeah, the jackfruit.
Yeah.
So she does all kinds of stuff like that. So she's amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, she even sews. So you guys might see a custom Letterman jacket.
At some point.
Maybe a couple of them. One for Yamo Records, which is our record company, and one for Flat Out Truth. I might get a Flat Out Truth. Dude, everything's sewn like by hand. Like it looks legit.
That's sweet.
All leather, everything's perfect. She'll even make the patches and everything, man.
Yeah, because she does motorcycles too, so she does.
Yeah, she does a lot of jackets for
leather
motorcycles
jackets.
and stuff. But she showed me that one. She goes, man, I go, dude, it's fire. Everything.
So she does like embroidery.
She was doing t-shirts. She had, she was doing 200 t-shirts for the biker rally thing she had last weekend.
Yep.
But she wants that to be her full-time business, actually. But she actually does hair, she braids and does all this stuff. And I know we got a little bit, but she does all like anything all natural. She likes all natural. But she was showing us all the stuff. She goes, and I used to design clothes, man. So like, she might be the one I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
For sure. But
Yeah, we'd love to help her.
yeah, she wants to get a hold of JJ because JJ's all natural stuff too. So
Yep.
Well, I'm wanting some stuff like embroidered and like this new picture of mine. Like I'm trying to get it corrected. The guy said he's gonna correct it, but he's not yet because it's half in Spanish and the plumbing and stuff. But like I'm wanting to get some shirts made.
oh yeah, yeah, she's really good at it.
So that'd be cool once they get this finished.
Yeah.
You know, once they
'Cause
get all that corrected.
Yeah, because like I said, we can keep you guys
That'd
up
be
to date.
great.
But she definitely wants to make her trip to Africa. I think she's doing it in the next month or so, right?
Yep, she should be going.
So she'll be gone for a bit, but when she comes back, she said she really wants to get into it.
Because she's black, right? And she said growing up, she thought Africans lived in huts and all that. She goes, that's what they taught you in school.
No.
She goes, I didn't even know Egypt was in Africa. Like, she was like mind blown.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff. And some of her biggest followers are from
Nigeria.
Mm-hmm. And so then they're like,
What do you think? I'm sorry to jump in here. What do you think about what's going around now that they're thinking that
I've been known that one. Yeah. That one, I mean, it could be. I've been telling everybody it could be true. Nobody wanted to believe me. And I'm like, dude, they lie about everything. And then you had Pangea, and then everything broke apart anyway. So we don't know when the break happened. But it could be because that's why when Yah says he's coming back to his land, what is the land of God? Do you guys know? What do you guys think it is?
Well, I just picture everything being a lot better than it was.
That's not the answer. That's not the answer. That's not the question he asked. What did he ask?
Yeah, what is the land of, what is the land of God?
Anybody want to
I
go?
do not know.
Anybody?
Get a guess.
All right.
Not me, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so
There
it's
is
so
something
easy.
I wanna say.
All of it is the land of God. You know what I mean? Like all of it. It's so
It's
simple.
not a trick question.
It's not a trick question. All of it's the land of God.
Yeah.
So when he's gonna take back his land, why does everybody always think it's just one little spot?
It's true.
Everything.
I think the
Yeah, because
garden
everything in
will-
the
the land
everything in
will
the
clear
north and
this way.
everything. He's gonna bring back New Jerusalem. It's gonna come down. That's what I'm saying. He's taking it all back. That's actually one of my
That's
songs.
one of your songs.
That's one of my songs. I'm taking it all back.
I thought you was talking. I'm not just
Take it all back.
like I thought you was talking about like one specific.
Hey, you know what's interesting about that, Daniel?
Like all of it's, yeah.
That's what everybody thinks is a specific spot, but it's not the way he asked the question, it's where you perceive the question. Because how many times have you guys heard this, the promised land? And it's always connected to Israel, right? Because that was in the book, in the story, right? The promised land was Canaan. And so people think it's a direct spot, and people today have continued to say that. But what's really his?
It's all,
It's all of it.
It's all his.
It's all his, yeah.
Yeah, all the land. Yeah, so he's gonna give it to.
Yeah. My dream is to walk with the Father.
Well,
kicking around in the clouds.
Well, biblically, yeah, it's a good thing. But there's a lot more of a hurdle than people think, because not only do you have to get through judgment, then you got to get through the millennial reign. It's all a filtering system, because not everybody's going to make it into New Jerusalem, which is the millennial reign, and not everybody's making it out of that, because Satan will be released for a short time to even sway any of them if he can. Well, listen to this. This is what. Well, I don't know. I don't think they're left here. I think it's just it. I don't think nobody's just going to be left here and everybody else is in heaven. It doesn't make sense.
Like through the time of tribulation, you don't think there'll be some still here?
Almost everybody's going to be here through
gone?
tribulation. But some are protected and some are not, right?
Yeah,
Some are and just because you're not protected, it doesn't mean he doesn't love you. It just means that sometimes other people have to suffer to make the other people repent. Yeah, always a reason, but people always take it as a negative, right? But this is what I think is interesting too, is how like when Jesus says like, there won't be marriage, right? Like they won't be given in marriage like the angels up in heaven, right? So people always think that there's not going to be marriages in the millennial reign. That's not what he said, because he's skipping over that. Because nobody goes to heaven at first, right? Everybody has to go through the millennial reign for a second coming, millennial reign, and then you get into your other body. People skip over it.
I just spoke to a friend of mine's mother the other day, and she had said that very thing to me. She was married 60 years, and her husband passed away a couple years ago, and it's still really hard on her. And she said she read in the Bible where they told her in church that she wouldn't be married in heaven. And she said, it just broke my heart that I won't be married to him when I go to heaven. And that just, when you said that, it's what made me think of it.
Yeah, I mean, but like Chelsea and I make it into millennial reign, we would still be married there. Because there's still kids in millennial reign. Because when the second coming happens, that's when judgment happens, the first judgment, and then you're going to go through the millennial reign, ruling with the Most High, and Jesus will be the king.
Thank you for the follow.
And then he's going to have his court. There's going to be basically his court, his generals. So that's what happens. So like that's what's going to end up happening during that millennial reign, right? And so that's different than when you go to the next estate, which would be heaven. And it is, because he's got his short season. A lot of people think that we're in Satan's short season, but that's all mistranslations of the understanding of the text. Even when he says that you're not going to taste death, right? Like the people that are listening to him, like in Matthew, they like to use the same one Chelsea says over and over.
They do.
But he says like, everybody he's talking to right now will not taste death or will not pass away before blah, blah, blah. The funny thing is like, everybody remembers the story of Lazarus. And it's not just Lazarus. Look how many people came back from the dead, right? So that's not death. Because he's talking about the final death. Because you can die physically, but the true and final death is when your spirit is gone. So when your spirit no longer exists because it's burned up like it never existed, judgment, then you're no longer around. Nobody will ever remember you. Does that make sense? Like, because Lazarus was, remember, because he said that he was sleeping. Because they're like, he's asleep. It didn't mean he didn't weep because you are physically not here anymore. So he brought him physically back. But the spirit is different. That's like, it's Old Testament when they were really focused on the physical, and then New is more on the spiritual as well. So you have two deaths now. You have the physical and the spiritual death. JJ, do you understand? You agree with that?
Yeah.
If you can answer, I don't know if you're busy. Dude's always working. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's so that's why, like, the passages I'm talking about when those people think of Satan's short season, they always talk about our little season. They always talk about that one passage where he's talking about, like they won't pass away or no death, but he's talking about the spirit will be gone. So they're. Yeah. But they don't have anything else. They usually tap onto that one. That's usually the one they ride the most. Or they talk about, because then they go straight from scripture and then they go into Tartaria, which is not scripture, but it goes straight into Tartaria. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And all stuff.
But they do it. They have to.
You got to do with scripture.
I'll agree that the buildings are, pretty crazy, and the whole thing, that's what sucks people in, is like the buildings being so beautiful, and that they didn't have the technology to do that, and like, but who's to say that God can't just send angels down to make some beautiful buildings, and it doesn't have to be like during the
or maybe it was the reign of the fallen when they were locked down here with them and the pre-Adamites. We don't know how old those buildings are. Our timeline's so jacked up. You know that, JJ.
Yeah, we don't know nothing. The Hopi Indians say that we are in the fifth time. So hell.
Well, sure. There's even like I was watching. I'm gonna try to find these two books. I screenshot them for you, babe.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
really old from the 1500s, where they talk about even all the Indians, the Native Americans here, were talking about all these buildings that were here before them.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I want books.
They were
More
talking
books.
about this, and then people were saying like, I mean, this is like the government that wrote these books back in the 1500s. Yes. Yeah, they were talking about, And what was really interesting to me is that, because people like to, pick on like, well, it looks like some of these things have been melted. Why do they think Tartarians couldn't have fought each other anyway? Why couldn't they fight? I mean, it's not like, like they fight on everything. So even though they have beautiful buildings, they're like, well, it's so beautiful, we don't want to destroy these. You're at war, you're going to fight. It's so interesting, like the way the narrative is like everything was free energy, nobody paid for anything. Then who's the one that did all the garbage collecting? Who's the one that did all the cooking? Who's the one that did all the shoveling of the horse manures? You know what I mean? There's always going to be somebody that's below the people that are on top, the elite people.
Where did
Who?
they go? Those people. Tartarians. What happened? Where'd they go?
I mean, a lot of them could. I mean, it could have been wiped out from judgment, right? I mean, the war in heaven.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know the timeline, and we know they lied about at least 1,000 years, but who knows? It's interesting that even who is it that says the land before or the cities before there were men? There's some extra biblical texts to say it too. They talk about. I think it's Job. I think it's Job or Peter that talks about the cities that were before.
I think it's Job, if I remember correctly.
So there's cities before there were men. What's that mean? You know what I mean? It's like, isn't that telling you that because the male and female are not men and women. They're male and female. Men and women didn't come into Adam and Eve. So those are two different things.
Yeah, I've been looking into the.
That's what I said. If you line up Genesis 1, it does not align with Genesis 2. And then, and then what happened between what is Genesis 1, 2? 1, 2. You know what I mean? So he created heaven and earth, but then the next passage is it was a wasteland and destroyed, void. So what happened? So there's something that happened in there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yes, he made it because when he would not make this beautiful. So he made it all desolate and horrible looking. But then why would he have the male and female replenish the earth? Because that means replenish. That means something happened right there. Then he made Adam and Eve. So that's like.
And they had been separate from.
Yes.
They were separate. They were different from.
Yeah, and so like you got the three. That's three creations right there. 3 epochs at least. 3 epochs, I would say, not creations. 3 epochs. Because you'd have one where he made the heaven and earth, and then it became destroyed. That's 1, and then he made the male and female. That would be 2, and he made Adam and Eve, which would be 3.
See, I've always thought that as a kid, where he came into the land of Nod, took a wife. And I was always told it was his sister. I'm like, don't sound right, Jimmy.
No, it's the pre-Adamites, the ones that the male and female.
And I've known that all my life, and there were cities and things there. And he went into the city and he built cities. So
yes, I think he was because he was part of Adam and Eve, or part of Eve and the serpent. I think that he was, because they even say he looked different, right? So even the pre-Adamites would think of him as a demigod, right? So then they would let him take over a city. Why wouldn't they? He was different than them, and it's really interesting. And it seems like the pre-Adamites, just going by logic, where they like to bow down to people, right? They were servants, basically. They were. They helped the fallen angels. They helped Cain. They helped, it's just very interesting. Or even like the flood, right? So like in the flood, everybody thinks that there's 8. It says 8 people were saved on the ark. But when you look at Peter even tells you that it was 8 souls were saved. Pre-Adamites didn't have souls because the Ruach didn't blow it into them yet. She doesn't blow that into them until Adam and Eve. They get the Spirit. So pre-Adamites didn't have spirit. So
I'm having I have a whole nother conversation to go with you after this. Oh, I'm talking to somebody in chat.
I was just looking at this very.
Oh, it's so fun, man! There's so much
crazy
stuff that's in there. We'll never know it all, obviously. if we're blessed, I know if I'm blessed enough to get into even to the millennial reign, I wonder if they'll just show this on like a big movie screen so we can see like from the beginning. I'll just sit there the whole time.
All right.
Hope there's popcorn.
All right, I gotta explain something too, because Jeff down the channel, we've had a conversation going back and forth, but he says he's about to eat dinner, so I'll address this really quickly because it's too hard to explain in text. So we were talking about the names and why you use some and not others, and so like he's saying that Yeshua, Yahshua, all of those, so and the different like different versions and things, right? The translations.
Yeah.
And he's saying that you should only use the real names because otherwise it's not planting good seeds. Now, what we do is we're an outreach because we have people, so many different people.
Yeah, we're not a ministry.
We're not a ministry. We do an outreach because there's non-believers, there's atheists, there's just general good people that come, and we're able to plant seeds for them. And with that, what we do is they may not even know the real names. And so if you're saying all this stuff, they're just, it's going to go right over their head. They're going to get glossy eyed.
And they're going to leave.
They're just going to leave because they're like, oh, you're talking down to me. I don't understand this. And they're just going to leave.
Yep.
So it's like
100%. Good job, babe.
Yeah, we're meeting them at their level. So if they use the name of Jesus, yes, we're going to use the name of Jesus.
Yeah, Yeshua, Jesus,
and then,
Jesus.
Yes,
yeah.
but then that's where you plant the seed to start, and then get them interested, asking questions. If they're not asking questions, you're planting that seed on rocky ground anyway. It's not going to hold. It's not going to grow.
If they're defensive, yes.
But
sure.
like Papa here was interested in the calendar. He planted a seed. He keeps coming back to ask more questions about the calendar.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing. Yeah.
And then you can introduce some of those deeper topics. But if they're not ready to go deep, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's like taking a constitutionalist and you finally have to tell them that we're under admiralty law and not constitutional law. They go, what? Or that we're under the curse of Cain. What do you mean? Well, Cain was what? He was the one that built the great cities and made weights and measures. It gave us a monetary system anyway. And then his descendants from the Canaanite going through Ham, who is the father of Canaan, going through Canaan, became sea-bearing. And what do they call that? They call it the Dead Sea Law. Why? Because it deals with non-living entities like corporations and stuff. That's what we're under. Maritime law, consumer law, commercial law, admiralty law. Yeah. There. Yes. See how high level that can go? I can go all the way through. But if you tell that to somebody at the very, we'll call a new babe, in any topic, they'll be like, I'm out.
Yep.
I just want to talk about the Constitution. See?
Yep.
So you can't just like throw everything.
But that's why we have the flatouttruth.com.
Mini levels.
Yes, we do have mini levels. Now this one, again, with the broader social media, we tend to go a little shallower, but that's why we have the platform. We're working on that. It's a private platform. We have a free version for everybody. We'll have a paid version later, again, just so people, keeps the trolls out, all that fun stuff. And again, we want to do this full time for you guys, so we can do research, so we can show you how to garden, so we can show you the true names.
10 terabytes worth of stuff.
We got 10 terabytes worth of it. I know. I'm planning right now. I'm like, I want to get it in there so bad now. All that stuff, and so. You know, we want to do that for you guys because we are seekers of truth, and we know how hard it is to spend time on it. But
it really is hard.
You have to still do your due diligence.
I don't know how somebody, like thinking back, I don't even know how I did it. Where I would work my full-time job, come home and rake all those leaves, mow the lawn, trim everything, cook dinner, or fix anything else around the house. I mean,
I know.
That's what you always had to save it for the weekend.
Yeah.
The weekend. When you're weekend, I had to do more work at home because you had to catch everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, how else could you do it?
Yep. Okay, now after that succinct explanation, we're going to cut the streams. So, TikTok, you guys stay right where you're at. We'll be back in roughly 30 seconds.
We're going to say bye, everybody everywhere else.
I kind of gave the spiel.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, she already did it. Go to theflatouttruth.com, join the private platform. It would be the Curiosity community, and there is another one that we are building that is paid. It'll only be $10 a month. It will have even more articles, more data, more specific things to look forward to. And we are moving some stuff from the free into that because we have everything in the free right now. We're going to move some of it over, get more higher level, deeper in, like the way, what was his name? Jeff, the way that Jeff wants it. It's going to be deeper. We're just going to keep going deeper, and go level. I mean, that's the only way we can keep the trolls out, get people engaged. And when people pay for stuff, they're more engaged. They don't waste your time because time is precious. We never get it back. That's why is if you give stuff away for free, people throw it in the garbage or let it rot. Like the manna. You know, when you have to work for it and it costs you some time to help pay for stuff that we use our time for, you're more invested. So when you're invested, you're going to try to use it. That's the only reason that we have to do it. Plus, we have to make a living at some point. We got to get Chelsey out of work so we can do this full time. We have so much stuff that we want to put in here. Hopefully, that'll be sooner. We're praying for it. And everybody, you know, like I've been working on this music for a while, and people go, "Oh, this music. You've been talking about this music." You know what it comes back to? It makes me laugh. And I was doing dishes today, and I'm like, people always talk about, yeah, you've been saying about this music for over a year. And I'm like, yeah, I got the demo and I got to redo it, but I have all these other things I have to build. Plus, when you say, yeah, right? Mm-hmm. When you tell him that you want to do it for him,
thank you,
right? And for the Elohim, when you tell him this is what I'm doing, use me, it's on their time. It isn't on my time.
It is not on your time.
I would like to have the song out a year ago.
Lots of experience with that
happens? All right, check this out. What happens if I make the song a year ago?
Yeah.
Right? Before we sign out, I'm going to say this. If I made the song a year ago, like redid my demo, redid the overlays the way I want it. I mean, people say it's fire now. I don't even have to do anything. But I'm going to redo it, make it even better. Right? Even if I did it that good, then it might not work because it wasn't their time. It was my time. And I have to be obedient. They know when the time is right for this to be released. They'll give me the time, and hopefully we'll get the finances because I got to get it. You know, I have to get professionally produced. Yeah. I'm gonna get all the overlays and everything, and I'm gonna have a professional produce it. I'm gonna do all the singing, all the vocals, all the rapping, get all the music done, and then I'm gonna give it to somebody else to professionally produce it. And that costs money, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Nothing of quality is free. Mm-hmm. When it comes to worldly things, it's just not. You know, you can say, yes, your life was free, the air was free. I mean, you can say that, but you know what I mean? Like, we're talking about when it comes to getting this stuff done, worldly things. And like I'm going to make the music video and all that. There's like so much stuff I'm going to do to get it out. Yep. I have to compete with the world. I'm not trying to reach one person that I know of. I mean, it could just be one person. But it's one person they want me to meet. But I don't know what it takes to get through that. Does it got to get 100,000 plays, million plays before that one person that they want to hear it to change their life or plant the seed? Maybe. Could be the first person to hear that. I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. That's between them and the person that I guess that needs to hear it, right? Or the people that need to hear it. But anyway,
we don't know.
We're competing with worldly things. And that's one thing of Rob Skiba. If anybody hasn't heard of Rob Skiba, go check him out. His YouTube is still up. Yes, he is no longer with us, but all of his stuff is still up. His son's doing a great job keeping it up. But he'll tell you the same thing. He was trying to do it. He's trying to get a comic book out, animated series. He's working on a transcript to make the Enoch movie.
King Solomon says hi.
Yeah. So like all these things, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. He was trying to do that because you had to compete with the Lord of the Rings and what's the other one? Game of Thrones and all that type of stuff. If you can make Enoch like that, it'll blow it apart because, dude, if they did the 100,000 Giant War, the King Aga Bashan,
that'd be so cool.
That's fire, man. And that's a sweet book. You got to read it. King Aga Bashan, and he's the same Og that fights Moses, right?
I was gonna say Moses is a good story.
Yes.
But there's so much more.
Yes. Yes. So that's going to be amazing. We'll invite you up, and we'll be right back.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, we have a real podcast, and so we are going to cut the streams for you.
Everywhere else but here.
Yeah, everywhere else but here. But we are staying on TikTok.
Yeah. So give us 30 seconds. We're going to say goodbye to the YT, the Rumbo, and the Jungo, the X Factor, and Facebook, and all these other places. But we'll be right back. Give us like 30 seconds and enjoy the music.
All right. Last but not least, go friend JJ. He's up on the panel right here. Go friend him. He's got all sorts of homegrown, healthy, organic products. Again, he takes care of them. He sings over them. He prays over them.
And his show, what? We did an interview with him, and he
show 126.
So you can go to our YT. You can check out the show 126.
Yes, and you got free shipping this week. So check out the products.
Free shipping, and you get 10% off if you use the promo code
TFOT.
There you go. But we'll be right back. Give us like 30 seconds. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paulino B Michael.
I'm Chelsey B Michael.
As always, be safe.
Be well, and that's the flat out truth.